Kings and Queens, I'm William, and today we're going to be talking about depression. This is my story. Kings and Queens, thanks for tuning in. So today, we're going to get into some parts of my life that were kind of depressing. Up until this point, even though, things may have not been as great as I would have liked them to, I was still happy, I was always upbeat. I rolled with the punches and kept focusing on pushing forward. But before we actually get in to the darker stuff, this was around the time when I graduated from college. So talked a little bit about that on the last one. But me and my wife, we graduated around the same time. So it was an exciting. Like, we were really looking forward to this moment because we felt like now we're going to be able to attain those other goals we had set for ourselves. So I remember we were already getting things in motion. I had gotten a job working in financial services. My wife was doing something, this government project in another state. And I remember, things were heading up, right? We feel like was finally making it. And I remember we got a luxury apartment. I mean, that's what they called it. But it was literally the next complex over. So one of my friends at the time was also a co-worker. He was going to help us out with the move. So we're literally going from one complex to the next. And he's driving the truck. And he starts doing donuts in the parking lot. And I remember getting the call from the property manager saying that he was banned. He could never come back on the premises. I always thought that was funny. But it was also foreshadowing about the tailspin we were actually going to endure. So shortly after moving in to that apartment, things didn't go so well. My wife, unfortunately, got really sick. So that was difficult. That was a really difficult time. So I was really down. I was down. I was also self-medicating, so it was a crazy time. But I was depressed. And I didn't even know I was depressed, But it was sad. It was hard. And I was drinking a lot. Thank God, she got better, right? And things started to get better again, I had gotten another job after that. My wife started to work again. I remember we bought our first condo a couple years later. And I was finally starting to come out of that funk. I was focusing a lot on music. I was spending a lot of time producing. I remember around this point, I had a group, me and my brother. So we was putting out music at that time. And I remember getting some more devastating news. My best friend, who was also my best man at our wedding passed away. And he was my age, he was young. And then that just, forget about it. That just put me in a deep, deep, deep depression. So I was drinking way, way too much at that time. So it was difficult. It was very, very difficult. It was really dark times. But that's actually when I started going to church. All right. I never understood religion. I remember when I was young, I used to go to Catholic school, and I never got it. I just never got it. I just never understood religion, and I studied a lot of different types on my journey. Just never understood it. To me, it just never resonated. I mean, when you look at history, just look at what we're enduring today, right? There's so much bad, that is done in the name of religion. It just seems like it causes more to divide than to unite us, right? Which I realized in me reading the Bible, multiple times, that it's about love, right? It's about unity. And I realized that religion, is not a one-size-fits-all approach, right? If praying while doing a handstand works for you, great, right? But it's not necessarily going to work for me. And when you look at religion, you look at it being man-made, right? But not to discount it, because some things may work for you, but you can't judge others because they don't walk the same walk that you do. I think for me, the relationship is what's important. And that's what I learned, You can be in a sibling group. Everybody has a different relationship with their parents. That's how I view, the relationship that I have with God. I believe, but it's very individual. Until next time, grace and peace.